Dolphins fans, I am Will Scott. Welcome into Dolphins Today. We're still recapping that 48-10 win last night against the Eagles. Yes, you heard me correctly. 48-10, Dolphins dismantling Philadelphia. And in this video, we're going to be talking about some post-game winners and losers, who stood out, who not so much, is the roster cuts are very fast approaching on Tuesday. Who knows, they might make cuts before then as well. And go down and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're bringing you guys watch parties, post-game reaction videos, winners and losers, Overreaction Monday. Go down, hit that big red subscribe button. Let's talk about Tua Tagovailoa, because he got the start. We didn't know if he was going to play tonight. We really didn't. I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't play, so when you get into preseason, sometimes QBs play, sometimes they don't. Tua played, and he looked exceptional. 6 of 7, 121 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Tua was outstanding, and he's going to continue to prove the haters wrong as we get the regular season started. Go follow me on Twitter, because I was talking about that throw. I got a lot of replies saying, oh, he underthrew the pass to Tyreek. It's complete BS. He threw it on the money. Let's talk about Tyreek, because he's also a winner. He caught 2 passes back-to-back for like over 65 yards. I mean, it was wild. So that first pass was 51 yards. It was the first play from scrimmage, and I remember back when they acquired him in March, everyone's like, man, we got to go deep the first time Tyreek is in a Dolphins uni. Go deep on the first play. Sure enough, that's exactly what Mike McDaniel and OC Frank Smith draw up. They throw a 51-yard pass, Tyreek down the field to on the money. And look, people are going to say, oh, you know, Tyreek slowed down for it. He had to adjust. Tua put it in a perfect spot. He threw it out in front of Tyreek. Let Tyreek make a play. That is what good quarterbacks do. They let their receivers make a play, and Tyreek is going to make that play 10 times out of 10, because he's arguably the best wide receiver, most explosive wide receiver in all of football. We're going to be seeing those two hooking up a lot this year. What's your one-word reaction to that first play, man? I was freaking out. If you were watching our Dolphins watch party, I was really excited about that first play. Go down, tell me what your reaction was to that play. Let's talk about River Cracraft, and I said before the game that I think he was going to be the MVP, because he really needed to solidify his status, because he's very much on the roster bubble. He had a great game. 4 receptions, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Caught the first touchdown pass of the game. Dolphins had a lot of touchdowns last night. He caught the first one, and Cracraft might be the first guy out in terms of his chances of making this team. So it was really important for him to have a good game tonight. He did that. Got to give him a lot of credit. Really like Cracraft. Hopefully they find a way to keep both him and Lynn Bowden Jr. on this team. Skylar Thompson, for the 3rd straight week, is a winner, which is something else. A 7th-round pick out of Kansas State. He's exceeded everybody's expectations. And, yeah, he had a great minicamp. He had a great training camp. But to go out in the preseason games and do what he's been doing in actual games has been exceptional. So, get this. No quarterback, not just rookie quarterbacks, no quarterback had more touchdowns and a higher QBR than Skylar Thompson in the preseason. 29 of 38. 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. As I've said time and time again, I was wrong about this kid. He is legit. He can be a good quarterback in the National Football League. Elijah Campbell, also a winner, and when you're looking at his chances of making this team, they're slim, but he had a pick 6 tonight. He looked good. He made a case for himself. He had that pick 6 in the second quarter, so that's what guys have to do that are on the roster bubble, that are trying to make this team. He got a pick 6. It was a really big play in the second quarter, and we'll see. I don't think he's going to make this team still, but he's given himself a chance, and when you consider the Dolphins are kind of slim right now with DBs, maybe Campbell got over the hump tonight because of that pick 6. Sam Eguavoen might have also gotten over the hump. I don't think he's going to make this team, but he had a big sack. He led the team with 4 tackles. It was really important for him to go out and have a good game. He did that, and when you're looking at this linebacker depth chart, the final couple spots are probably going to come down between Scarlett, Good, and Eguavoen. Phillips, Baker, Roberts, Ingram, AVG, Duke Riley, and Tyndall are the 7 locks. If they carry 8 linebackers, it's going to be interesting to see what goes down. They might carry 8, they might carry 9, but we'll see what happens. I think Eguavoen is on the roster bubble, might make the team. Probably not, but he certainly made a case for himself tonight. Is Sam Eguavoen going to make the team? Type M for maker, type C for cut down in the comment section. Go down, chime in. Let me know if you think he's going to make the team. Let's talk about Jared Dokes, another guy that on the roster bubble, that might be generous to say because his chances of making this team a long shot, but they're better than they were before the start of last night's game. 11 carries, 67 yards, had a couple really impressive runs. So I got to give Dokes a lot of credit. I kind of have him as RB7 right now, behind obviously the three new guys, Gaskin, Ahmed, and Zaquandre White, but I think he definitely has the upper hand now over maybe he has the upper hand over at least White, maybe even Ahmed as well after last night's game. Really solid showing from Dokes and the Dolphins running backs. And in the first two preseason games, we saw the Dolphins running back struggle, but the Dolphins as a team last night rushed for over 200 yards. I told y'all Mike McDaniel was going to get that figured out. Number 8 winner, Dolphins fans, because it was a lot of fun to watch this team in the preseason. And let me tell you something. The Miami Dolphins are legit. This is a very good football team, and I'm not trying to overreact. I understand it was just a preseason game, but you dismantled the Philadelphia Eagles 48-10, not to mention the joint practice with pretty much all the starters playing. The Dolphins also dominated the Eagles on Wednesday in that joint practice. So I want to know, how legit are the Miami Dolphins? Scale it 1 to 10. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins number 1. Scale it 1 to 10 down in the comment section. This Miami Dolphins team is legit with a capital L. Let's talk about the losers now. Preston Williams, clear loser. Biggest loser of the night. Might be the biggest loser of the preseason. I mean, just didn't look good in training camp. Didn't really do anything in preseason games. Had 3 receptions last week. That was about it, though. Didn't do anything tonight except the muff punt. So Preston's not going to make this football team. And I understand that he's been in some trade rumors, but he's going to get cut. Try to trade him before Tuesday. Now, when you're looking at this wide receiver room, Tyreek, Waddle, Sed, Eguavoen, Sherfield, in my opinion, are the 5 locks. Are they going to carry 6 guys? If that's the case, the final spot is going to come down between Cracraft and Bowden. Preston, Braylon, Sanu, no shot to make this football team after last night. It's going to be between Cracraft and Bowden. Another loser is Teddy Bridgewater. He's a loser for a second straight week. Didn't look great last week. Didn't look great last night. 4 of 10, 74 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He just didn't look confident. He didn't look composed. He didn't look comfortable. That'd be the word I would use. He just didn't look comfortable in this Dolphins offense. And I don't know if he's just not a good fit or what. But Skylar should be QB2. Skylar has looked better in the preseason. He'd be much cheaper, obviously, your second quarterback than Teddy Bridgewater. So I would say trade Teddy if you can. Carry 2 quarterbacks, Teddy and Sky. And then maybe if you carry 2 quarterbacks, Teddy and Sky, it's got to be Sky. They cannot let Sky go. It's got to be Skylar Thompson, the second quarterback, if you carry 2. Then maybe they can carry 7 wide receivers. Maybe they can carry 9 linebackers. Maybe they can carry 6 corners. It's going to make a big difference. So pick a QB2. Teddy or Sky. Type Teddy for Teddy Bridgewater or type Sky for Skylar Thompson. Go down in the comment section. Chime in. Mike Gesicki, also a loser. He just had 1 reception last night, and this comes during a tumultuous week for him when he was involved in trade rumors, and it looked like he might have suffered injury. He's fine, but he did get banged up at that joint practice. So Gesicki, a loser. He continues to not look super comfortable in this Dolphins offense. Keep an eye on if he gets traded because it's certainly possible, and I think the chances of him getting traded increased after last night. I still wouldn't do it. I'm wanting at least a 3rd-round pick for him. We'll see what goes down. Sony Michel didn't really do anything last night either. 5 carries, 15 yards, didn't really stand out. Mostert and Chase Edmonds are locks to make this team at the running back position. I would consider Michel a lock as well. However, when you look at what Dokes did last night, when you look at Zaquandre's potential, Ahmed is halfway decent. Gaskin is pretty good for a 4th guy. I'm not saying he's going to get cut. I think Michel is a lock to make this football team, but it's not going to be an earth-shattering thing if the Dolphins decide to cut Sony Michel. I actually have him listed ahead of Mostert as RB2 because of Mostert's injury concerns. But Michel right now is going to make this football team, I think. However, when you look at how loaded the Dolphins are at running back, it's possible that they'll look to move on from him. He just signed a pretty cheap 1-year deal. Another loser is the Eagles. The Eagles got beat bad last night. 48-10 the final score. They didn't look good in the joint practice. It was a rough week for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I understand they were resting a lot of their starters. Jalen Hurts didn't play. A.J. Brown didn't play. So I understand. But still, Eagles clear losers of last night. Thanks for watching this edition of Dolphins Today. If you haven't already, go down, subscribe to the channel because we're bringing you guys, at least at this point, probably 8 or 9, maybe even 10 Dolphins videos each week.